Well, hello, everybody. Hey, Francisco. I couldn't come up with your name for a second there. I must be getting old.
No, you're cool.
I
How
am
you
old.
doing?
I'm good. Hey,
Nah.
thanks for coming in today. I think we only got you a couple times last week, but all right. So a lot of things. First thing I want to get into, everybody's talking about the California Dream program, which could work for you if you have no money and you need help with your down and closing costs. Could be a program for you as long as you don't make over 155,000 in Stanislaus County, and as long as you have a 680 or higher FICO score. Okay.
Yeah.
The program is just, I know we've talked about it many times. I talked about it, so I don't really know about it. They came out with here's a video on it, and it's updated this way. So they don't charge you anything for that 20% they gift you. Okay, it's not gift. The 20% they give you for your down is no interest on it. So you don't make any payments. So that means you have no mortgage insurance and you have a lower payment. So it's not a bad program. The caveat on that is, because of this, you have to pay us back that 20% second. And until you do, we get 20% equity of your property.
Yeah.
Right. If you're not going to be able to get a property in the first place, it could be a great program for you. I think the problem is, yes, they've reserved a lot of money because it's just so new and people are doing it. The question really is, how many of those will actually go all the way through? Because I think that 300 million, and if the average house is 500,000, right? That's because you're going to want it conventional. You're going to want to go above everybody else in the FHA price point, right? To beat them out with the 20% down. That's only a few, divide 500,000 into 300 million. It's going to go pretty fast.
Yeah. No, we were talking about how even, they've already used up
100 million of it. Yeah, within a week.
And some people were projecting, they were like, oh, it's only going to be around for like 3 months or something. And some people are like, man, now it's like, it's going to be like a month and a half.
Well, and you still have to get it in the contract, right?
Right.
You still have to close on it. You still have to do all this other stuff. So that's to say that their actual money is all of it's going to be, that's what's been allocated for people, right? Yeah. They still have to go through with the loan. I just don't know if, I assume you have to do it first and then you can get into contract, right? Because you don't want to go, yeah, I'm using this program. Are you approved? No.
Yeah.
They ran out of money. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be surprised halfway.
Yeah.
No, and that's the thing. I think, one of the biggest pieces that I wanted to highlight about, this whole act is just kind of goes to show, like we've been telling everybody, no matter what, that these values are going to be going up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the news, the media, everything says don't buy. However, California's pumping out 300 million, and they're saying that the caveat is that they'll be able to rake in some of the appreciation. What does that mean? Even California believes that,
right.
We will be having a higher market and as the future comes.
Right. Here, let me help you by helping us, the state of California.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Right. Like, you think,
by the way, this is taxpayer money we're using, and we get to make use the money afterwards. But we're here to help.
Right. Exactly. And that's where, and it's really funny too, because again, what was the funniest part to me, it's just, again, we see all the negativity of, oh, like, don't buy the, things are going to go bad in the market, the economy, this, that. Yet they're doing this, it's almost hypocritical.
Well, the problem is right now on a $300,000 and $390,000, $400,000 house, right? Somebody last weekend had 37 offers on it.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Well, I'm just so that's the problem in this, with what they're going to use this program for, 20%, right? You're going to run into that issue where you're going to compete against other people and your offer might not get accepted. So it's going to take, we were on 4 offers. Now we got 1,400, or 40 offers or 50 offers. Yeah. And you can't go over asking really on those programs unless the value is going to come in.
Well, and that's the biggest thing too, is like, some of the agents in my office were kind of talking about it too. And just kind of like thinking of, exactly like you said, like, is it going to create another artificial jump in prices, right?
It already has.
Yeah, like,
we're already there.
The people that were able to compete, now they're like, oh, well, it's free money and this and that. They're pretty lenient with it. They're not
it's not my money.
Yeah,
I'm getting in the house, I'm making a payment and I'm renting.
Yeah,
that's how I'm looking at it.
No,
I'm sorry, but here's the one problem with the caveat, with a potential downside. I have a job change next year.
Mm-hmm.
Will I be able to sell? No. Can I be able to rent it? Don't know.
how so that those guidelines, that's the thing
I'm
too,
sure
right?
that's you have to get those actual, and I haven't got that far into it because I don't have any clients who want that program.
Right. I mean, I think that's what you and I were also talking about, is just how it, yes, once again, it's great if you absolutely need it, but
And if you're going to stay there, it's a great program.
right. But for most cases, I think your traditional conventional FHAs, are just going to be better. Especially when, and again, it doesn't sound like a lot, but I mean, we were, talking about, I mean, let's say the houses appreciate $100,000, you got to pay them 20 grand.
Yeah, but I still made 80.
Exactly. So it's still, and again,
I'm just taking the other side, man.
yeah, no, it's like, well, that's the thing is like,
but I made money. I couldn't have gotten into a house on, and I would say, great. Here's our dilemma. Last year, average amount of homes that sell in California a year is like 450 some thousand homes, average number, right? Last year we did 250 some thousand sold homes in the state of California. This year we're off to the record about the same or less. That's our problem. If we had a normal market where we were doing 450,000 homes, like 18 and 19 or 17, those years would have been this program great. We could have absorbed it. They could get, a lot of people could have gotten the homes. We're back to where people are not putting their homes on the market because they have a low interest rate. So until these interest rates get much, much lower, we're not going to see people putting their house on the market to sell. And right now we're saying May 10th is the number you need to remember, or the date, I should say. That's where supposedly the rates are going to drop again.
Yeah. Hopefully.
But don't wait to get into contract till then.
Right. I mean, I've still been telling everybody, because now that all of this has been happening, you're right. Prices have started jumping up because of more offers coming in.
They've been starting ever since January. Had nothing to do with this. Rates, as soon as rates dropped and everybody heard it's 1% cheaper and they're going to keep going down, everybody's out of the woodwork. Yeah. Even with the bounce up in February, they said, oh, no big deal. I know it's going down. Ed and Francisco talk about it all the time.
It's hard. It's hard too, because like, I mean, and I help out investors and things like that too, or also just people who are like starting to invest, right? Yeah. And they're just trying to get like the craziest, best deal. And I'm like, don't let a good deal slip up because you want the craziest, best deal, because those good deals are going to be, they're going to be gone. Right. We're very much leaning towards that. And
they're already there, dude. If they're somebody's going to come in cash, pick it up and take care of it. You got to be careful. A lot of these investors, like, there's not enough profit in this. I'm out of California. Yeah, I'm going here. I know a lot of people are picking up 170 doors a month or more, and they're not doing it in California. They're doing it elsewhere.
Yeah. Which, I mean, again,
I just like the appreciation in California, but you also have the other stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, high taxes, things like that, right? But I think nonetheless,
you want to talk about high tax, Texas property tax, 3%.
Oh man.
Okay. Well, not only that, if it's a rental, there's no max it can go up per year. Meaning, so with us, it's 3% no matter what, right?
Yeah.
But in Texas, if you live there, it's 10% max. So if your house goes up $100,000, they can only tax you another $10,000 that year, for that whole onto your thing. But if you're a rental, there's no cap.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And so that's where.
Yeah. So now 3% of. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's where, I mean, well, kind of like how you're saying about like some investors even leaving over here. I mean, not to say that it's like exactly what we need, but with the shortage of inventory, that's like, I mean, we've been seeing it with those big multi-billion-dollar companies that are buying them out with the intent of never selling them. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it's just, it's like you're saying, I mean, it's
a perfect storm. We got this issue right now. It's going to take us 10 years and we need to build 17 million homes in that 10-year period. And then right when we get done with that, we have this next generation, I guess it would be the pandemic babies, who are going to be coming close, in their 20s, but people are buying younger and younger now. It used to be average 31. I think it'd probably be about 29 now. These people are coming of age and are going to be close to wanting to buy. And we're just now got enough inventory. Now we don't have enough inventory for them.
Yeah.
There's no reason not to own a home. And that's the other problem. We keep telling people, keep your home. All right, I'm going to rent it and buy another one. Right. So
yeah. No, and I know it's like, and it's funny because it's the issues, but then we also kind of contribute to it. But it's hard to also not pitch that when, especially the people that have those super low rates. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's just it is a no brainer to take that route.
I have some people. I got some 2.25 FHAs. I'm sorry, 2.25 VAs. They're never going to sell that house.
Yeah. Yeah.
because they can rent it for so much more.
Exactly. And it helps for
and
the
it'll
next
pay it
house.
off.
Yeah. It'll pay off that one and help with the next one. So that's where, and it's, I mean, that was where I was reading an article too, where it's just like so many homeowners turn into accidental landlords, right?
Right. But then people get hurt. That's why go get insurance and go get a property manager.
No.
Then don't worry about it. Don't worry about if they destroy your house. Don't worry about if they burn it down. It's an investment this time. That's what you get to write certain things off and don't worry about it. But people like, it was our beautiful, it's where we raised our kids.
Yeah, right. No, it is. I mean,
it's destroyed by that damn renter.
It's funny you say that. It's like
it's not funny. It's but you like that word, man. It's funny. It's not that funny, man.
Well, no, it's the reason I say it's funny is because it's relatable on my end, like with like my family. Like they've held on to their house forever too, and they've been wanting something else, and I tell them, I'm like, hey, just rent it, and they're like, oh, but like this, that. They're like, we don't want someone destroyed, but I mean, it's part of it.
When you buy the next house, that is your next home. The house, the place you're leaving is now a house.
Yeah.
Your house, your home is where you live with and make more memories. The house is what you've just left. And that's how you have to word it when you're talking to people. Because if you say home, you're leaving your home. Oh,
right. It's like a sentimental, super emotional. Yeah. But it's hard, but
yeah, it is. But what are you going to do? So right now, there's no bubble, by the way, if anybody's caring. It's gone. Opportunity bubble is getting very much destroyed. Now, if we're going to continue to have this many offers on the houses under 500,000, because FHA in our area is 517 purchase price, right? Did you know that?
Yeah. And then we had those just increased. It was January too, right?
Right. But that's what it is. Yeah. 400. But if you add the down payment on top of what the max loan amount can be, that's how I come up with that number. Right. So that's when I send out numbers, I say this is a loan amount, but the purchase price is this, because most agents are like, what does that mean to me? Right. What's the purchase price? That's what they need to know.
Yeah, that's an important piece.
Because otherwise they'd be maxing out at the max FHA loan limit. No. You can go over that by 3.5%.
Right.
All right, man. Thanks for showing up today. Anything else you want to add before we go?
No. Other than that, I mean, just everybody, once again, don't hold yourself back just because of trying to plan or thinking of the perfect opportunity. I mean, there really is. The perfect opportunity is when you can do it. You know, that's the perfect opportunity. So if you can go, like we said, go to a lender like Ed. Go
like me. There's somebody else like me.
No, like but someone that is obviously going to be able to take everything through. And Ed is one of the best ones around here, actually, especially just too when he's having access to some of those tools that he can use, like like the credit check without having to affect the credit.
Yeah, that's a lot of people have the soft pull. The only negative thing about a soft pull is, yes, go to optoutprescreen.com, opt out of that, go on to do not call list.gov. That's do not call.gov. Put your stuff on there, wait 30 days and get going. But the soft pull is great, but then the problem is if something hits you in the next week, that if we had a regular pool, we wouldn't care for 120 days, right? So the pool we do is good for. Do we have to submit you to underwriting within 90 days?
Right.
Then it's good for the whole thing is good for 120, but I gotta get you in underwriting within 90 days. Are you following me here?
Exactly.
So that I'm like, these are great. But some of these people who come to me, I know they have issues. I don't have to do a full one. I can just do a soft pull. Like I had somebody the other day hounding me, the fiance or whatever. It's my we want to buy. She can't go on. Supposedly she has bad credit. He's like, supposedly he got a great job, recent great job, 30 days. And it's like, but let's check. Okay, well, when you said you paid on time, you meant you paid almost everything not on time. Yeah, so the problem is you have to go through a lot. And I tell people you have 10 people, you have to talk to 10. You might get one good one out of there that can move forward now. The rest of them you can put on a plan for the future. And that's where like this couple is going to be, because it's like you can't have these collections. You can't have recent lates on certain things. And you definitely I don't want to get into contract on a 4, even though I see people dancing around TikTok on this, dancing at a 580 or a 575 FICO for FHA. Yes, I can do manual underwrite, do them a lot when people get in a contract. I don't have a choice, but if I have a choice, I want to fix it first.
Right.
All right.
Put them in a better position.
That's correct. And better pie. And especially in this market, when you're up against so many offers, even if you know the listing agent as the buyer's agent, know them and whatever, they're still going to go, I need you to tell me how I could sell this to my people with your people.
Exactly.
Not that they do that, because that would be wrong.
No, but the big thing again is, like you're saying, is showing the strength of a buyer, right? Like that's what's important, especially where the market, I don't want to say it's like tightening up a lot, but we're starting to see just a lot more competition. You want to be as strong as possible.
That is correct. All right. Thanks for watching us, Francisco. Thanks for being here, and we appreciate you.